Book 1, The Caravan Family. Chapter 12, A Wonderful Surprise. Summer days went by far too quickly. Oh dear, sighed Mike, I wish these lovely, exciting days wouldn't fly so fast. Well, we've done a tremendous lot of things since we became a caravan family, said Belinda, but I've made up my mind about one thing, and that is that I will always live in the country if I can. It's much nicer than the town. Yes, real proper things happen in the country, said Mike. Things grow, calves, and lambs are born, and hay is cut, and sheep are sheared, and the cows are milked, and the harvest is brought in, said Anne, remembering how she helped with that. Oh, weren't the fields of corn Mike, when they were tall and golden, ripe? I liked watching that wonderful self-binding machine at work in the fields, said Mike. It certainly had been amazing to watch. It had cut the corn, gathered it into sheaves, tied each sheaf neatly with string, and then had thrown the sheaf onto the ground. Harvest home was fun, said Belinda. I liked going with the wagons to the rickyards, and wasn't the harvest home supper grand fun, Mike? Everyone from the oldest farm worker, Tom, to the little Anne, had sat down to the grand supper given by Auntie Clara. When the last wagon of corn had been taken to the yard, ready for the corn stacks to be built later, Anne had fallen fast asleep in the middle of the feast. But now those lovely days were past, and September was in. Blackberries were beginning to ripen on the hedges, and Mummy had already made a blackberry tart. Mike's heart was sad. He knew that he, Anne and Belinda, were soon to go to school again. They had already missed a whole term. They could not do that any more. Now I suppose we'll have to go and live in the house, groaned the girls, as they sat on the steps of their caravan, waiting for Mummy and Daddy to come back from the station. Mummy might not have found a school that would do for us, said Billy. Perhaps we shall live in our caravan for the winter. I can't bear to think we'll have to say goodbye to Davy and Copper, said Anne, looking ready to cry. I do love them so. There's the smoke from the train, said Belinda. Mummy and Daddy will soon be here. Let's go over the fields and meet them. So the three little caravanners, all as brown as berries, hurried off to meet their mother and father. There they are, said Anne, and waved. Two people coming over waved back. Mike rushed ahead to meet them. Did you find a school? Say you didn't. Say we can still live in the caravan in a house. Mike almost shouted his questions. We'll tell you when we get to the caravans, said Mummy. Have you got the kettle boiling for tea, Belinda, as I asked you? Belinda nodded. Yes, Mummy, and the bread and butter is cut, and there's a fresh lettuce or two, and some of Auntie's strawberry jam. and a chocolate cake she made for us. Good, said Daddy, and looked forward to such a nice tea. Eaten sitting on the soft grass with the cows nearby, and Davy Cough nosing up the bits. Well, said Mum, when they were seated at their picnic tea. Well, we found a school, a fine one too, that teaches gardening and riding and swimming, and allows you to keep pets, and has cows to milk and pigs and goats and hens. The children cheered up a little. And no proper lessons at all, said Anne hopefully. Of course there will be lessons, said Daddy. Just learn how to use your brains, or they won't be any use to you. When do we go? Said Belinda gloomily. The school begins next week, said Mum. The children looked gloomier and gloomier. Only a few days more, and they would have to say goodbye to Davy and Clopper and the two caravans. But Mummy and I have decided that we will live near the school in our caravans, said Daddy smiling, and we have arranged that you shall be school children all the week and caravan children from Friday to Monday. How will that suit you? Oh, oh, yelled the children, and got up and danced around in delight. Can we really live in our caravan? Every weekend? All the winter too? Aren't we going to have a house after all? Shall we still be the Caravan family? Yes, said Mummy and Daddy, laughing at the children's surprise and joy. And we had better set off tomorrow in the caravans, because it will take us 2 or 3 days to get to the school. And we want to be well settled in before you start. Davy, Clopper, do you hear that? Called Anne, running to the 2 horses, their heads to listen to her. We're going travelling again tomorrow with you. To be fun. So the next day they said goodbye to Auntie Clara and Uncle Ned and thanked them for the time. They put Davy and Clopper between the shafts, and Daddy and Mike took the reins. Then off they went, rumbling over to the gate. The caravan family's off again, cried Anne. Our wheels are turning fast, and soon we shall be miles away. Goodbye, goodbye. Goodbye, little caravan family. I hope we'll have lots more fun.